Happy Wednesday morning, everybody. About 5:40 a.m. in the morning. Boy, Herman, you sure do look nice. You're all shaven up. Got your hairs did. So on this Wednesday morning, I am going to St. Charles, Missouri, about 35 minutes up the road. Coach Joe Gibbs is in town. He has a big prayer breakfast. In other words, he's going to give a little speech, say a prayer. We're going to eat some breakfast. And Sam is part of the family. Sam challenged me. I guess about 3 weeks ago, Sam is on my daughter Brooke's side over there. Sam's like, you will come with me to breakfast to see Coach Joe Gibbs talk. He goes, it's really early. I'm like, Sam, I'm not getting up at 5 in the morning. I love Coach Joe Gibbs. I love the Lord. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. It's like when people challenge you, they're like, I don't know if you're really religious or not. I'm going to test you. I'm going to make you get up in the morning. You're going to prove to me. I'm like, so I said, Sam, I'll see you there. So I got my ass up at 5 a.m. this morning. Sam's got me a ticket, and we're going to go listen to Coach Joe Gibbs give a little speech. Now, listen, these football guys, they are incredible. They can give some great speeches. So I'm sure Coach Joe Gibbs is very good. Looking forward to just listening to him. I don't want him to recognize me. I just want to sit at my table and enjoy this morning. So right now it's about 5:40 a.m. Okay, wow, deep breath, everybody. Holy moly. Yesterday on Tuesday, Sirius XM Channel 90, Danielle Trotta, she gets on X and she writes Mark Martin a little love letter. She says, Mark, you know I love you, but what the point system we have right now is way better than what we used to have. Holy moly. I just checked it this morning. 611,000 likes. That means 611,000 people saw what Danielle Trotta said to Mark Martin. There are people that think that Larry Mack and Danielle gave Mark Martin some shade. I think everybody's out of breath, and I would encourage everybody to simmer down. Simmer down, everybody. This is all a show. This is all a show, okay? My job was a mistake. COVID came around. I started Coffee with Kenny, and you all love it, and we bring up topics, and I talk about it. So let's paint the picture real quick here. About 2 months ago, Mark Martin started getting on social media and he started taking polls himself. My dear friend, Mark the Kid Martin out of Batesville, Arkansas. Mark, you're watching and you know I love you. And this is all good. Everybody smile. Everybody smile now. I'm a mediator. I'm the mediator. That means I'm stepping into this show and I'm going to straighten it out because I'm a leader. Remember, I'm a boss. I tell you all of the time. Okay, so a couple months ago, Mark Martin got on social media and he said, this playoff system is horrible. We need to go back to the old days. So I called Mark. See how it works? I called Mark. And I said, Mark, you want to come on Kenny Conversation and we'll talk about this and you can air it out. Well, he did. And I listened. And at the very end, Mark said, you know what, though? NASCAR is still the greatest show in autosports today. That's what Mark said. So 150,000 views on long format on Kenny Wallace YouTube show. It was a grand slam. So when Mark Martin came on to Kenny Conversation, Mark said what he had to say, got his said his piece. I respected him, and that was it. And everybody liked it, and everybody talked about it. And I had to remind people that I called Mark. I had to remind people that I called Mark. I said, Mark, come on, state your grievance, get it out. He got it out, and it was wonderful. And that's that. Mark is like a dog with a rat in its mouth. He will not let this go, and I admire him for that. Mark Martin loves NASCAR. That's the first thing that everybody has not realized yet. Mark Martin loves NASCAR. He said it. Mark said, NASCAR made me a lot of money, but I want them to go back to the old point system because I feel like what's going on right now is a gimmick, and it has diminished my career. It has diminished what I did. He said, what I did back in the old days was so hard, so hard. And now these gimmicks are diminishing my career. Fast forward. Yesterday, what was that? July 24th, 25th? July 25th, yesterday. Sirius XM Channel 90, they start talking about, there is a driver that has not won a championship, and basically he doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, who could that driver be? It could be Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin hasn't won a championship. It could be Mark Martin. Mark Martin hasn't won a championship. Well, once the fans got their teeth into this, here we go. And I would encourage you all to listen to me because I'm smart about this. You both want the same thing. You all are fighting over the same thing. You all want NASCAR like it was in the old days. You want it big like the old days, okay? So you all are fighting over making NASCAR like the old days. So since I'm the mediator, let me straighten you dummies out. It ain't ever going to be like the good old days. What the is wrong with all of you? What is wrong with you all? Nothing is like the good old days. Nothing. Nothing. When the Beatles came over from the United Kingdom or Europe, whatever the hell it was insane. The girls were screaming. Well, the Beatles are gone. Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne, they split up. Now Ozzy passed away yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Changes. Nothing's the same. I gave you all credit. I said you all want the same thing. You all are arguing over the same. Now stop it. Now I'm awesome because I let Mark on my platform and let him say his piece. And I said, okay, Mark, you done? And Mark said, yeah, I'm done. And then at the very end, Mark goes, ain't nothing going to change. And NASCAR's great. Mark just wants to be heard. So y'all quit throwing shade at each other. I done told you, I'm going to repeat myself this time because I want to make sure you hear me, and I'm going to end like this. We will never get back to the old days. Times have changed. You're never going to have 200,000 people in the grandstands again. So stop it. Just stop it. You all are barking up the wrong tree. It's never going to be like that again. Those days are over. Just like Black Sabbath is not coming back. The Beatles are gone. Dale Sr.'s gone. Rusty's retired. Mark Martin's retired. Ernie Irvin's retired. Jimmy Spencer's retired. Everybody's gone, guys. The good old days are gone. Now get that into your head. You guys keep going, I want the old point system back. Well, it ain't coming back. See, people smart like me are executives like Roger Penske, Chip Ganassi, John Menard that owns Menards. Really executives, super smart people. They deal with what they know and what they got. Okay? And what we know and what we got is what we got. And we deal in real time. We're a little halfway past the season. You can't right now change the point system. So deal with now. Deal with now. How'd I do? Gave you a little ass chewing because you deserved it. Y'all are going stupid right now. Okay? Danielle Trotta, Larry Mack, they said what they wanted to say. Mark says what he wants to say, and that's that. Now, Mark is a hero, and Mark Martin's one of my very best friends in life, and we all know that. Talk to Mark every day. Larry McReynolds, Danielle Trotta, good friends of mine. All right, y'all understand what the hell I said? No responding here with some stupid shit you're going to dream up. Well, they need to go back to the old days. Well, okay. How are you going to do that? We're right in the middle of the race season. Dummies. Lamont, you big dummy. Now you're insulting my intelligence because I'm smart. Let's go back to the good old days. How do you do that? Just think about the shit you guys say. All right, I'm headed up to Coach Joe Gibbs. I love you all. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great Wednesday.